Hey peoples, this is Cameo Punk and welcome back to Chapter 7 of the Cardinal Cross adventures. When we last left off, a new character named Kamali came in and tried to kick our butts, and we kicked hers instead by making her go crazy. So, yeah, we're just gonna go from there. Alright, here we go. Chapter 7, The Secret. And no, I don't do voices. I tried to do that for Backbone Prologue, and apparently that wasn't needed. Let's see here. Are you certain the transmission data was not intercepted? I am. It is transferred through a secure line on Afita's private channels. Lana Bryce is your howler. Details? Raider-born, a pioneer, fairly young, minor offenses. She is the sister of the woman who was shot by Sergeant John Chris Jansen, under Viden's command. Troubling. How did a rogue Egon find this howler? He had inside help. Virgo? It's our auditor, no doubt. Bold claim, Virgo. What proof do you have? Surely you don't believe it at all to be a coincidence. There is only a handful of people who could have pinpointed the location of the howler. Someone with access to Afita's codes and proper training. That's your proof? He's an Egon, Virgo. He could have found her location perfectly well on his own. I have to agree with Pisces here, Virgo. It's just a wild guess. Our auditor is Rogue Egon's childhood friend. Do you think that is also a coincidence? Maybe. And Rose Palmer was our Viden's wife. Does that make him a traitor too? Maybe he is involved in this too. He let the howler escape. Quick, arrest the geezer. That's enough. If you believe him to be a traitor, bring us proof. Tell me then, where is he now? Why can't we reach him? I sent him to Azuno, following a lead of a possible howler artifact. He needed to be there in person to find the supposed artifact? Not Geas, not an Egon, but the Auditor? Yes. Or would you rather I went there myself? I thought you didn't trust me with howler artifacts. Now, we never said that, Pisces. Have you tried contacting the Auditor through Afita's channels, Virgo? Yes, he is off the grid. Send him a priority message. Tell him to return to the station as soon as possible. As for the howler, Director, I will have my Egons work on this case immediately. Work with Videns. He has first-hand experience in dealing with howlers. Sir, with all due respect, Videns was not the one who let the howler escape from Energia's prison, from maximum security. Not to mention, his own daughter helped this convict escape. I don't think your agent has failed us also, Director. You will work together. That is our final decision. Yes, sir. Videns? Yes, Rayon. Can you fight against your own children if it is deemed necessary? I trust you to make the right call when the time comes, Videns. Yes, sir. I like how, for some of these characters, they're kind of stereotyped based off of theirs. For example, Scorpio is usually always very sexualized, I guess is the right word. I'm not exactly sure how to describe her, but the looks that Scorpios always get are kind of sort of a lusty-ish figure. Cancers are usually ocean-based. You see a lot of blues and crab-related items, crap like that. Leos are always big hair, fur, gold or golden hair somewhere mixed in there, so it's definitely interesting. Right. Minor nerve damage, a few glitches on your VX drive. I don't see anything terribly alarming. But I'm not a doctor. You need to see someone. It's twice you came this close to an overload. What's the point? My implants are failing either way. How are the others? Evelyn is fine. She blocked the infiltration with the simulated system failure, faking her own implant overload. Of course she did. our mercenary friends who have seen hurt his ego the most. He has been cursing at Morai for the past couple of hours. Wiz and Karel are perfectly healthy, and Kit is a little low on battery, but otherwise, fine. More importantly, they have questions. Questions? As to why either Kamali was not able to infiltrate Miss Bryce. I told them it was her broken Vision X, your counterattack, within a bit of luck on our part, but they're not idiots, Egon. They'll figure it out sooner or later. Later? Not everyone will be open-minded about it. You mean Evelyn? I mean everyone. Well, it's not up to us to tell anyone, is it? No, it's not. How is she? Tired, I suppose. What happened to Kamali? Sent back to the intelligence. I don't think she'll be back on duty anytime soon. Like, paid vacation? With permanent major nerve damage. Ouch. Before she passed out, she managed to send Rayon's one last transmission. Please tell me you intercepted it. I couldn't have. She used a Fita. They know about Lana. They're going to figure out, eventually. Her glitch on a Fita keeps getting bigger. Eventually. You shouldn't have done that. It was reckless. Done what? You know exactly what. Let Kamali infiltrate you. I had to use her connection to my brain to keep her security implant from activating her emergency network shut down. It was the only way to take her down. She could have seen my involvement. You risked the entire plan. Not to mention, she could have killed you. I knew she didn't have enough time to do the reset errand. She tried to infiltrate Lana while still having a hold on me. She needed to think she had the upper hand. I had to give her something. We don't know how Lana's howler influence works. What if Kamali succeeded in reading her chart? She doesn't have a chart. She has 1,000,000. You can't infiltrate her brain. It's impossible. Not even I could. Not even you? You know what I mean. Kamali was overestimating herself. This was the only way. Okay. I still have no idea if that's how you pronounce Kamali's name. Is this all? Yeah, that's the last of her messages. I should have replied to her sooner. You wouldn't have known, Lana. Now I don't even know if I'll ever be able to see her again. Look on the bright side. There's a huge lecture coming your way if you do. You know I'm here for you. I'm not going anywhere. I know, Wiz. Thank you. Hey, what are sisters for? Hey, how are we? Low on medical supplies, thanks to you. And about 5 hours to Aaron's point of interest. That's what POI means. That far? I can't leap through debris fields. Besides, it's on the edge of the Morai system. We're trying to lay low. It's a bad idea. We're losing time. Aegeus and the intelligence will be on our trail soon enough. It was Aaron's idea. Don't look at me. I'd have all of you out of the airlock if not for Atlanta. I'm sorry, Wiz. For what? Everything. Too late to sob and whine, Egon. It's personal. It's our fight now. I'm sorry for making this your fight. You know, maybe it always was. Maybe we've just been skillfully ignoring it. Can we get these two to kiss again? Maybe not do the lovey-dovey parts, but just make out. She says, Patrozino Andrew Cavalleria. Just like that. Do you know how long it took me to learn his full name? No, I don't. 5 years. 5! That's a very long time. And she hacks into my VX and says, Patrozino Andrew Cavalleria. In 5 minutes. More or less. Yes, Egon's our... Do we even know the people what we think we do? Pretty guy? A rather deep question. How long does it take to get to know someone? Should we even try? I really don't... She just knew everything. Everything in minutes! Stop crying, Keiran. She didn't know everything. We get to know people through their actions in the now, not through their VX profiles. What about my memories? She read my memories! No, I don't think she did. I was infiltrated. I know what it feels like to be infiltrated. No doubt you were infiltrated, but not for the purpose of reading you. It's useless data. She used it to scare you. Reading memories is a long and painful process for both sides. You were just the bait. She probably just read your saved or deleted data, pictures, videos, that kind of thing. Egons may be powerful, but they have their limits, Keiran. Intimidation is their most powerful weapon. They use your saved data to demoralize you, make you feel weaker than you really are, piss you off, throw you off balance. Most of the time, it's nothing more than glorified trash talking. Huh. I had no idea. They aren't exactly harmless, but nobody is invincible. Thanks, kid. You're welcome. It's great having someone on the other side explaining this all to you. Are you sure about this, ma'am? No, Warden. I am not sure. I came all this way here on a whim. What was I thinking? Open cell block 7-15B. Grant access to Intelligence Director Angela Carballer. Access code 89765B12. My. Aren't you a sight for sore eyes, Angela? Reynolds. And the Directors of Systems Intelligence is here. Something must be going terribly wrong with the galaxy. Cut the crap, Ewan. If I know anything about you, you already know why I'm here. Do I? Tell me what you know about the girl. You'll have to be more specific. I know many girls. Lana Bryce. Doesn't ring a bell. What'd she do? Stop screwing around, Reynolds. You know exactly what she's done. Angela, language. But yeah, maybe I heard some rumors about a new howler. Unfortunately for you, I don't know Lana Bryce personally. Confirm it with your precious Afita, if you'd like. She's working with one of our own, a rogue Egon. Ah, so history repeats itself. A howler and an Egon walk into a conspiracy. You know how that story ends, Ewan. Or is it Edwin? Remind me. My memory's a little foggy. It's Palmer's child. The Egon is Soren. He's following his mother's footsteps. Help me stop this before he gets himself killed. You don't want him to end up like his mother, do you? Oh, were you the other howler? I thought it was his mom. Whoa. Make sure the Egons don't lose this ship. It's twice we lost civilians to Libra raids this month. There were children there, families. Yes, Rayon. You may leave. Connect 357, anonymous transmission. Accept the call. You better have a good reason to bail on me, Aaron. The howler escaped. We found her on the way to the factory. I know. We already know about Kamali. They are onto you, you know. Virgil just told everyone you were a traitor. That's not far off. How long do you think I have? At this rate, hours. But in minutes. The howler's influence is strong. I can't read my own chart right now. Can you keep them busy for me? Sure, why not? I'll just prep a puppet show. What, do you think they prefer karaoke? That's not Virgo. I think it's Pisces. Pisces is the latest in Rayon's or Grand Council members. Alright. We are in. I'm running a thermal scan. Good. Keep me in the loop. Why am I even here? What's wrong, Carol? Scared? Yes. Obviously. We're in an abandoned Oxabot factory. Have you never watched AI versus human movies? I have a possible AI attached to my brain. There's nothing to be scared of AI studies. Egon, you are literally the scariest person I've ever met. Wait, I'm not scary? Yes, because normal people very often infiltrate brains for a living. I don't infiltrate brains for a living. Yes, it's more of a hobby for you. See what I mean? Can we move? Sir, there is movement on the eastern entrance. Yes, I see it. Shall I activate the security protocol? No, I want to see what they are up to. What an interesting bunch. Zoom in on the Raider girl. Yes, sir. How curious. I've looked into these files for you, sir, and I haven't found anything that would indicate a Howler artifact on Azuno, or anywhere near the planet. Are you sure? Yes, sir. All of Azuno-related data that we have received from Afita are clear. It's not a planet without complications, but it certainly doesn't seem to host a Howler artifact. No glitches or bugs in any kind of ephemeris codes we've received. What about the Pisces Division finds? Could they catch something we didn't find? It's impossible for me to look into those files without Division's permission, but I'm almost certain it doesn't contain any extra information about Azuno, as the planet belongs to a Raider territory, sir. Could it be a parallel or a miscalculation? It could be, but it would still be fragments of information, not enough to find a solid suspicion, sir. Certainly not enough to send away an auditor. I could try and look into specific codes for information through other divisions and search deeper into the database, but I need a higher permission first. No, you may leave. I'm guessing you'll want this investigated further? I will. This will need an Egon on the field. I don't have spare Egons laying around for investigative hunches, Rayon. The intelligence is bound to the government, Director. You will do exactly what I tell you to. I will do exactly what the Council tells me to do, not just a member of the Council. This is a matter of galactic security. If we have a breach, I suppose I don't have to remind you of your consequences. Consequences both the government and the intelligence will have to answer for. Everybody's just being rude to each other. Why can't we just get along? I'm not going to sing Why Can't We Be Friends because I don't want copyright marks. I've read your file, Wiz Chambers. I'd say you're a specialized in modification of vintage spaceships. You read my... What? Your intelligence data. Don't worry. Nothing invasive. Just assumptions based on your purchase history, medical files, whatever's on network databases about you. Yeah, that doesn't sound invasive at all. I suppose it does. Have you checked out our Howler artifact yet? Do you know what it does? I assume you are getting there now. It's an engine modification. Supposed to be an ancient target sensor jammer. Very powerful. Powerful enough to let us land on the center of Nova Station without alerting main security. When it's fully functional, of course. I'm hoping you'll work with Professor Brooks to make use of this device. It is a great asset. What makes you think we can utilize it? For all I know, it doesn't even fit anywhere on the engine. Keiran is a skipper, am I right? A pre-warship? Skippers may be old, but they still use remote technology. That device is not a software upgrade, it's hardware. It would take me months to take apart the engine to modify it manually, and I'm not even sure it would work. I was hoping you would find a way, with your expertise. I believe anything is possible. What's your deal? Excuse me? What's your role in this? What's your game, Aaron? You don't trust me? I understand. I don't trust any of you. Trust isn't the issue here. Everybody has a game, a thought, a motive. Does anybody know why you are here? See? That's no way to make friends. Whoa. I get why they would want to make a human-like Oxybot, but why genitalia? Are you seriously asking that? Princess has a pure heart. What? Oh. That looks highly unhygienic. That's what she said. Real mature. No wonder the factory's closed. This is a live freak show. Who would want their evil robot twin to serve them tea? Actually, the factory was closed because human Oxabots had a serious network security breach. A bug in the software. Here comes the detail we should have known before we came here. It's not that bad. Builders used small parts of a fetus core entanglement program on the Oxabot's intelligence, which gave them permission to access the fetus database through an ancillary connection. They made it so Oxabots couldn't be hacked. It was supposed to be an extra security measure. But even though it was impossible to access Oxabots' root programming from outside directly, it was possible to access them through a fetus database. Which means Afita had direct control over the Oxabots, and we still don't know what it is truly capable of, and whether or not it is truly self-aware. Now tell me that's not creepy. Let's find what we need and jet out of here. I don't know who's my favorite character other than Lana. Anyone else? No, ma'am. This is everyone he has interacted with in the past. I've cross-examined it with his assistant's history, his handler work, and the Egons he's worked with during his time at the academy. Very thorough work, Adept. I'm impressed. Thank you, ma'am. Before you leave, what year are you? 11th, ma'am. Did you take the auditor exam? No, ma'am, I haven't. Why not? There were better candidates. I don't think I'm qualified enough to become auditor yet. You are only unqualified if you lack the necessary ambition, Adept. Power isn't given to you unless you demand it. Leave. Yes, ma'am. So our little auditor has a type. How cute. I don't know who that is, but I know the picture next to it was Egons. So they all just left the stuff here? What do you mean? The computers, the bots, even the furniture. How come it hasn't been scavenged yet? Maybe nobody dared to go in since it's Morai territory. We scavenge planets with nuclear waste, Carol. It doesn't feel right. Something doesn't add up. Great, you think it's a trap. No, I didn't say that. But you meant it. I didn't mean it, Carol. Stop freaking out. But you felt it. Don't deny your raider survival instincts. Lena is right. Something is not right. Aaron, are you there? Yes. When you said the factory was abandoned, just how abandoned is this place? You know I hate it when you keep stuff like this to yourself. I had a slight suspicion, that's all. That's what you get when you jump into things without questions, Egon. You're the one to talk. Hey, you don't even get to talk. None of this would happen if you didn't proper client background check. It's black market. You don't need background checks on the black market. Children. I'm working with children. Stick to the funny bits. Don't go back and forth between the serious stuff. I want the funny bits. So, history repeats itself. How amusing. What do you think, 83? About, sir? Why, Lana Bryce, of course. I can't read her signature, sir. You can't, can you? Oh, it's not even my birthday. All right, let's see how capable our guests are. Deploy 62. Yes, sir. I'm going between the funny and the serious stuff. I want the funny bits. I want to laugh. This is the last time I'm trusting you. Just focus on the mission, Egon. You know, you are quite trusting for an intelligence agent. Everyone in this room has tricked you at least once. He trusts Aaron more than anyone else. Even more than his own sister, apparently. Not the time, Evelyn. Bros will be bros. Not the time. Welcome to Mathian Technologies. Unfortunately, the factory is currently closed, and it may be highly dangerous to wander unattended. I'm afraid I will have to ask you to leave immediately. For your safety. Oxabot? Yes. Initiate. Egon, don't. Why? The ancillary connection to a FIDA. You can't connect with the bot, not unless you want the whole intelligence to know exactly where you are. Perfect. So we'll handle this the old-fashioned way? I'm afraid I will have to ask you to remove your weaponry, effective immediately. For your safety. Just listen to the nice, helpful Oxybot and leave for our safety. He doesn't look armed. How can he have... Hello? Effective immediately. For your safety. Well then. Director, you called me? Yes, Remy. I want you to drop the Black Howl case and investigate something for me. You want me to drop the Black Howl case? Yes, I can see your ears are functional, Egon. To whom do I drop the case? I'm almost done. I just need to interrogate the dealer one more time and she will crack. I wasn't asking, Egon. We'll take care of the rest. I need you on another case. We have a mole in the intelligence. We have several moles, Director. Which one are we talking about? The one we do not have surveillance on. That's not very specific. We're talking about an auditor. Oh, that's troubling. Which auditor? The auditor. The auditor? You mean my auditor? Yes. Oh, why didn't you say so, Director? These two had something going on. Keiran, make sure it's really down. What's with the choking trend? What happened to the good old days where people just shot each other? More incoming. Get ready. Welcome to Mathean Technologies. Unfortunately, the factory is currently closed, and it may be highly dangerous to wander around unattended. I'm afraid I will have to ask you to leave immediately. Welcome to Mathean Technology. Where are they coming from? Everywhere! Welcome to Mathean Technologies. What? You're at the street. You have to run. Hey! How does your chapter start out? We are the unformed. Losing what little we have in our incomprehension. Mocking the comfort slyly robbed from us. We raise our glass, taunting the spite. Okay. So that was chapter 7. That was a really short chapter. What is it with all these short chapters? I want long, funny chapters. When are we gonna not do the long, funny chapters ever again? Huh? That was it for Cardinal Cross chapter 7. It's getting hairy out there, ladies and gents, with the AI programs and robots trying to kill us all. Other than that, that is it for this episode of Cardinal Cross. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this episode. Like, subscribe, follow, that whole fun jazz that I do at the minute mark at the beginning of every video. And this has been your Casual Gamer, and I've got nothing else to say in regards to Cardinal Cross other than bye guys.